Hey everyone, welcome back to House Zanardelli. Normally we do, you know us from like all the Game of Thrones episodes from Four Midwest Guys, but we also have another passion.
Tonight we thought we'd start binge watching Stranger Things Season 2. Yay!
Yeah, this was, we when this show came out, we heard like all the buzz. Everyone was talking about it. I was excited.
I don't do horror stuff.
No, she doesn't at all. she had nightmares from the Monster Squad.
Yeah, thank you, honey.
Oh,
anyway,
it's adorable.
Moving on. But he's like, no, I've heard, let's just watch one episode. If it freaks you out, you don't have to watch it. I got completely hooked after the first episode. So, yeah, we got through it in 2 days?
Yeah, two nights. I mean, for us, when we watch a show, we can't binge watch normally. Like, we binge from the moment our daughter goes to bed until we were like, oh, we can't go any further.
Until one of us starts falling asleep.
Right.
We're just like, we're done.
But, this woman had work the next morning, and it was like...
I work full-time as a nurse, so yeah.
So she had an early morning shift the next day, and we were one episode away from finishing. She's like, I don't know if I could do it. I was like, it's the last episode, and it's called The Upside Down. And she just went...
whatever.
Whatever. So...
Gotta get through it.
So, this is going to be new for us. We're not going to be talking one episode at a time. We're just going to kind of... Oh, in case you haven't noticed, my Halloween outfit's in kind of honor. Because as we've seen in the trailers, the kids have Ghostbusters outfits.
Yes, do you understand? Yeah, here.
Oh,
there.
No, I won't stand up. They're not going to see too much.
There you go. Okay, fine.
But
I also found Stranger Things blanket
Yep.
at the Halloween shop, so I was like, oh, we have to buy that.
Oh, yeah. So this is going to make our endurance test even more interesting, because if she's warm and if she covers up,
I usually fall asleep.
She would usually fall asleep on a show.
But John was working very, very late. He went in at 4:30 in the afternoon on
5:30 on
Friday night, and didn't come home until 7 in the morning.
Yeah, so
on Saturday, or today, so he hasn't slept except for 2 hours.
Yeah, and we are recording this Saturday night. If Stranger Things came out just yesterday, and I was working all night, and now
you're lucky I didn't watch it. People were like,
"Oh God, our Facebook page is blown up."
No, spouses were threatening each other, saying, "You better not watch this without me."
She would threaten me on this one, but so we're gonna do a little differently. We're just gonna power through this. We're gonna be talking through the episodes pretty quickly.
So
shooting from the hip.
Episode 1 is called Mad Max.
Yeah, which we'll get to that one in a second. As usual, for anyone that's watched My Movie Masochism, we have our tub of popcorn. Unfortunately, I drank all the Ale-8. So I have to have a generic ginger ale, in case there's product placement.
Canada Dry generic ginger ale.
Yeah, I'm really enjoying this ginger ale soda I'm having.
Okay, yeah, fine.
And, maybe this will make it a little closer.
But that you can show the label of?
I don't know. It's my little bourbon.
There you go. Okay.
And then you've got your own popcorn, which you don't like how much salt I put on there.
No, I hate salt. So I got kettle corn. Yay!
It's the first time I've made kettle corn for her. I hope it's done well.
And, something to drink. So,
yeah,
cool.
Just a little homemade tea. So we'll see you all shortly after we watch episode 1.
Bye.
Hey there. So as you can see,
I'm
warm, and instantly, doesn't matter how good the episode is. I love my girl.
Dude, I'm tired. I'm trying.
So the first episode was called Mad Max.
Yeah.
It's set up where the characters are leaving off.
Yeah, but it kind of opens up with something completely off the wall, which was a bank robbery.
Yeah, we've got the...
What the hell?
Yeah, we've got another one, number 8 out there.
Yeah, and John cracked me up because he was like, do we know these characters? I'm like, no.
Yeah.
But 8 was pretty interesting to find out. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, we're pretty much, we got a lot of the stuff that we've already seen in the trailers so far. But we got where our favorite characters are. We're introducing some new ones. Sean was it Mikey Mikey from the Goonies is getting with Winona Ryder right now. He's
yeah.
What else? We've got the California bad boy.
But Mikey from the Goonies doesn't like horror films in this one.
Yeah, and that's not going to go over well with
hilarious.
Will. Yeah, the mother who took her son to see Poltergeist in 1982. That's not going to go over well.
Tumblr.
Oh, our cat's sniffing around the tripod.
Anyway,
But no, and then we got our new our episode title character, Mad Max.
Yeah, but I think there's going to be kind of a love triangle here. That it started last year, but it's kind of bleeding into this year between Will's sister and Steven and Jonathan.
Yeah.
So it's like she's kind of torn. She loves Steven, but she's not sure how she feels about Jonathan yet.
I thought you were going to talk about the love triangle between Maxine and our other two favorite boys.
No.
You know, not Will or Mike. God, I'm drawing a blank on the other two kids' names.
Lewis and
Dustin.
Maybe.
Lewis and Dustin.
Yeah.
I think that's his name. I'm supposed to be a nerd and I can't remember names. I'm terrible.
We're both brain dead. Sorry.
But yeah, it's kind of cute watching them like follow this girl around.
The girl knows. And the girl knows that they're following her around.
Yeah. Okay. To be clear, like the stalking part's not cute, but, the funny thing.
Funny.
Yeah, she like wrinkles up something, throws in the trash can, and kids go after it. The paper says, "Stop stalking me, creeps."
Yeah.
So it was it was fun. It's
and 11 is alive.
Oh my God, that was such a the ending is really heartwarming just to see that, you know,
the sheriff took her in.
Yeah, she's got like this little, you know, cabin in the woods basically, like. I thought it was like maybe we were going to find out like this conspiracy theorist who we saw in the sheriff's office is going to turn out to be his brother. That's where he keeps him or whatever because he's off the grid. But no, it turned out it was 11. And I thought that was kind of a sweet little moment there. So,
On to chapter 2.
Yep. I'm still awake.
Trick or treat freak.
Alright, so I'm still doing good here. I'm gonna
but how many 5-hour energy drinks did you have today?
Let's not go into that. I've downed about 2.
Yeah.
One early in the morning and another one.
Yeah.
Okay. In the afternoon, along with some B complex because Lord knows I want to get through this. I want to watch the show and.
Me too. That's why you're awake.
That's why I'm awake. Look at her.
Hi.
And if you're watching on a podcast, she's like, her head is like bobbing back and forth. The eyes are barely open.
No.
So, as much as I love my Stranger Things blanket, it is contributing to a lot of bad stuff.
But I'm cool.
I don't care. That's your answer.
Excuse me. Anyway.
Alright, so the bickering will continue while we get through the next one.
See you later.
One episode. That's all it took.
I fell asleep last night. Sorry. I'm a mother of a 3.5-year-old. I work full time. I was tired.
The nerd community doesn't care.
I know. And you know what? Well. He made me drink a 5-hour energy drink, and I have to go to work in the morning. So this should be fun.
This will be great. So we just got through watching Trick or Treat Freak.
For those of you that don't know, I'm a nurse. I'm going to be tired tomorrow. Okay.
So we just got through watching Trick or Treat Freak, episode 2, and it's getting a little deeper. We're starting to see a little bit more as to where the season's going with it. We're starting to see more of the.
Before we go into season 2 or
episode 2, well, we're in season 2.
Yeah, sorry, brain dead. So episode 1, we failed to mention or talk about the fact that Barb's parents are selling their house to pay for an investigator. So. That was pretty, like, a wow moment, like, you know.
Well, and, like, just the disappearance of Barb is really being felt with, like, Nancy and her boyfriend, Steve, because Nancy's having a hard time moving on.
I mean, obviously it's a year later, and she's just...
Well, and like everybody's saying, we're approaching the year anniversary of stuff. I mean, Will's getting stronger visions, or, like he describes, like, being stuck in between two of the... slideshow projectors,
and he finally like admitted it to Will, or not Will, but
to Mike. Yeah, which
and he
that was a nice little scene.
Well, yeah, it was. You know, because they knew about the upside down world, but you know, Will finally explained it to Mike, and Mike's like, okay.
it kind of had like that little Stand By Me feel. Like it's like they went from being like kids enjoying, mutual things to like we're growing up and talking about stuff that bothers us.
And obviously the growing up part you see because now they're interested in girls.
Yeah, which apparently was it Mike's not taking too well with it.
Dustin and Lucas are like, "Ooh, hello, Max."
They're in love with Max, who fucking scares them dressed as Michael Myers. That was great.
Yeah, you were
I love that.
Yeah. I was like,
because
okay.
Max seems like a girl after my own heart from this show.
Yeah.
Which her brother is
he's crazy
psycho.
He is. Now I want to know why they had to leave California.
Yeah, well, he did kind of like that.
They had to leave the whole state of California.
Well, she says it's his fault, but he wanted her to say it. We need to like a little
apparently
Aaron
it was
moment.
Somebody else's fault. Oh.
Well, I wonder how much of it's her fault when he like tries to run three of our main characters over with his hot rod. So yeah, we're not gonna like him too much in this season. The more I watch this, the more I like Steve. I like Steve so much because
he's grown.
Because he's really like had a change of character. Like he spent like the first 8 episodes of the first season being such a douchebag, and now he's like a lot more supportive of Nancy. He like is always there for her.
Especially in this one since she got completely wasted.
Yeah, she got wasted and like admitted to him that she blames him for.
Well, she
Barb.
didn't. No, she didn't come out and say I blame you.
Come out, yeah.
She called their relationship bullshit.
Bullshit.
They pretend that they're in love and blah blah blah.
And he like in a true
one, when you're drunk, don't open your mouth. For those of you that don't know that. Because the crap that comes out of your mouth is completely and utterly stupid.
Well, but there's a hint of honesty usually.
Yes.
That's what sucks.
Usually you're fully honest, but...
But he has like the most heartbreaking moment where he's like, so you don't love me? And she just goes, bullshit.
Bullshit.
I felt terrible for Steve.
Yeah.
And, it's... and we forgot to mention the big thing is that we find out what happens to Elle. 11. She's I don't want to say doing great, but I like that the sheriff has kind of, after he lost his own child,
he's being like a dad to her.
He gets to be a dad to Elle, and it's kind of a sweet moment. They've got like, he's investigating. I mean, he's starting to see that weird stuff's going on. I mean, it's starting to spread more in this area. A lot more crops are dying off.
Yeah, the crops are like dying off, and neighbors are blaming other neighbors, and now the sheriff's like taking it, going, "Hey, wait a minute, something's going on," and he's marking off how far it goes, and blah 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 blah.
But unfortunately, he forgets to.
He forgets he made a date and a promise to Elle.
Yeah, like they were supposed to go out trick or treating, and
no, they weren't going out trick or treating. He was going to buy candy, and they were going to watch a
scary
movie
together. And get fat eating candy. And he was late because this is covering such a wide area.
And the homage to Ghostbusters in episode 2.
So many homages to them,
dude. That was awesome.
Which I feel bad.
And I felt bad that they didn't. That they were the only ones wearing costumes, though.
I've had a few of those moments, so I know. Yeah, it's...
Sorry.
No, well, it is what it is. Otherwise, I'm just like, fuck it, I love my costume. But yeah, like, I feel bad that I'm not wearing my costume for this episode.
Yes, because he is a Ghostbuster.
Because I had it on for the last one.
And the Perts Unpack is almost done.
So if any of you out there are not watching this and are like listening to the podcast... There's a completely different camera angle right now, and we're both in different clothing because it is clearly the next day after.
Yeah.
So we're going to continue through. We're going to see how much more energy
3. Go to 3.
Left. We're going to start now with episode 3.
Bye.
Well, some serious shit is happening to Will in this one. We just got through with the Pollywog. Starts out kind of cute, like your little lady's finding the strange little creature. I was wondering where that was going to go, but yeah, it turns out that thing that's inside Dustin's trash can there, Dustin?
Yes.
Yes, okay. Yeah, inside of Dustin's trash can turned out to be something from the other side.
Upside Down.
The Upside Down, yeah. And, yeah, they go to bring it in, and, yeah, Will recognizes it. It's making the sounds that's whenever he jumps in and out of reality.
When he was in the last episode, the Trick or Treat Freak, that sound that he hears or all around him, that was, what did he wound up calling him? Dart. That was D'Artagnan.
Yeah, D'Artagnan, because he feeds him 3 musketeers.
Because he likes nougat. Anyway, whatever. But that was all the sounds he heard, and it freaked him out. And he told his friend Mike, and Mike's really become the guy that he depends on.
Yeah, Mike and Will are.
So, yeah.
Yeah, which I guess in season 1, Mike always was really close with Will. Mike was the one that really wanted to find him, and now we finally see that bond that Mike and Will have in this season, which is really cool to watch develop. So we're also getting a little deeper into some of these other new characters. We're starting to see more of Samwise Gamgee.
Yeah. And Bob's Mobile.
Oh, the Bobmobile. Yeah.
Bobmobile.
Oh god. Yeah. He is like so.
I think
nerdy.
I really think he's part of like the bad people.
Like he's a plant.
Oh
yeah,
my
I'm thinking the
God,
same thing.
He's awful.
Yeah. Well, by awful, what do you mean by awful?
I mean he's almost. You can almost see through it. You can almost see through the I'm a nerdy, bullies picked on me, da 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 da. Well, he's trying to work on Winona Ryder's like pity me kind of thing, because she has that thing with Will, and she it's almost like, oh, I'm a wounded bird, take care of me kind of thing.
I don't know. There's at first I first thought like the first couple episodes I was like well
he's
maybe
pushing, he knows all the buttons to push to make her be like, oh, you're so wonderful.
Well, but okay, that's the thing is when I'm watching that and I'm watching like how Will's being treated, then how I'm watching like the other kids are treated, it's almost like that speech that David Harbour said at the Screen Actors Guild about bullying and everything. I think that's kind of what this season's shaping into, about being picked on, being the outcast.
Well, because a lot of teenagers are killing themselves these days because of
bullying. And it's also been such a big topic as well. So I mean that's also what it seems like this season's kind of shaping into a bit, which it's a lot of fun watching that develop. So yeah, at first I was with you. I mean, I'm like, okay, I think he's a plant. He's got to be someone that's watching Will. But at the same time, now that I hear that, I'm like, well, okay, if it's the theme of the show, if that's the direction the season's going, then maybe he might actually be that much of a dork in real life. Our cat is trying to play in a paper bag here, dude.
And I thought that whole story about him and the clown and trying to compare himself to Will, and I'm like, really?
Well, I loved how his advice was like it worked for him, but it didn't end out very well for Will at the end.
No, it doesn't go away.
Yeah, some things when you stand up to them, and I'll be honest, that giant smoke monster thing is actually a lot more terrifying than the smoke monster from Lost. This thing is legitimately disturbing.
And then anyway, you see Polywog, you see Dart getting bigger and bigger and
growing rear legs,
and it doesn't look good.
Yeah, I mean, stranger things are happening.
And Max apparently is not the weird guy's sister. Huh?
Yeah, like there's a little line in there. It's like, don't call her my sister.
Okay.
Sorry for the crinkling.
The cat's trying to get in the bag again. Just don't worry.
Our house sigil is trying to make his mark. I know.
It's fine.
Well, it's for people that hear it, but no. And let's also not forget with Max. She finally asked Will, "What's going on? Why don't you want me around?"
And of course, that has to be the time that Elle gets to the school, and here's, it wasn't Will, it was Mike, and here's Mike.
Yes.
And
Mike. Sorry.
Mike's looking like he's having fun and smiling, and of course Elle misinterprets it.
Yeah, Elle's been watching too much Susan Lucci.
And gets the jealous girlfriend thing going.
Yeah. Oh God, that was like Stranger Things. So, please don't do that whole I misinterpret what I saw thing. Just I hope in the next episode that plot line immediately goes away.
But now I'm scared because I think that Paul Reiser, hey, nod to Alien.
Oh yeah, we can't trust Paul Reiser. Like as we see.
Paul Reiser's always a douchebag.
Yeah, if you betray Ellen Ripley, you're pretty much that's your thing.
But Paul Reiser heard Hopper's radio when they said, you know that Russian girl, blah blah blah. Because if you notice, Reiser was like, huh?
I'll be right.
What?
Oh, Paul, he's keeping an eye on the story. Well, because this season, Hopper went to Paul Reiser to, it was like, hey, I promised that if I kept things quiet in this town, you would keep your stuff away from my town.
It wasn't keep quiet in the town. It was, if I kept stuff that you do quiet, then you would,
keep your stuff out of my town. Yeah, and that you're seeing kind of how that's been.
Yeah.
So it's you're really starting to see a lot more of the relationship shape in this, and it's making some interesting turns. What else of?
So Nancy makes a phone call to Barb's mother, and of course the bad people are recording it.
Yeah.
And Nancy pretty much knew that they were going to, and I'm not sure what the tape recorder that they bought was for, or what they bought, or
we're gonna find out what she got from Radio Shack with this phone call.
So we'll see. So. And apparently the VHS tape, the VHS-C.
Oh, VHS-C, yes.
Recorded when Will fell on the last episode. His mom could see.
Okay, now he's playing with the camera.
The etching or
when she hit pause, the static made the outline of the
creature.
Smoke monster, and Winona Ryder, she's sketching it, she takes some parchment paper, puts it on the TV, and sketches what she sees and puts it next to Will's drawing, and sees it's the exact same thing. So she kind of saw, essentially, kind of like the slideshow, the frames were flipping in and out. Yeah. So that's what I love about this show.
On episode 4.
Yeah, the crazy stuff just.
We're getting good.
Yeah.
See you guys.
All right, see you in the next one. We'll see what happens. Whew. Yeah, that's what I love about this show. Just every season, or not every season, every episode, it just builds into the what the fuck is going on more and more and more. Yeah, if you love cats, you're not going to like the ending of this episode.
Yeah, but we're not going to jump straight into that. Hello.
No. Oh wow, where to begin? Will. Okay, we just got through watching Will the Wise. Yeah, Will's.
So last episode, he was taken over by the shadow monster, and now his temperature is 95 degrees. I'm a nurse.
You said that.
Sorry. Yeah. So. 98 degrees, that's normal body temperature. 97, yeah, okay. 97 point blah 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 is good. It's fine. 95, not so much.
So 95 is almost dead, right?
No, it's
no. What's the body temperature that's close to dead?
It's almost hypothermic though, but
Will's getting a little. He's still part of himself, but he's getting a little creepy. When he goes to take a bath, the mom tries to warm him up his body temperature, and he says it's too warm. It's too warm.
He comes back out and goes, "Mom, it's too hot," and she's like, "What?"
He's like,
"What?"
He likes it cold.
And then walks away.
Walks away.
What?
It wouldn't be a Halloween scary thing if it wasn't for a creepy kid in there somewhere.
Right.
So yeah.
Hopper's dealing with Elle. He goes back. Joyce has already called 8 times and needs help, and because she trusts him more than anybody else.
And Elle's, was it? This is right after the grounding, or
she got grounded for a month.
She got grounded for a month, which hey, props to Hopper for Harper. Well, I'm looking at the credits as David Harper,
okay.
so yeah, props to Hopper. I'm tired. Props to Hopper for basically trying to be a dad to a supernatural being with telekinetic powers. I mean, that's it's kind of rough. And he still manages to be strong throughout the whole thing.
Well, because in the morning you think he's gonna cave, and he's like, you know what?
He's like, no.
Clean all this up, and I might think about fixing your TV.
Fixing the TV, yeah. Oh, wow. It's just... Oh, excuse me. I'm really getting tired now. Yeah, I'm...
Anyway.
Yeah. But, no, it's...
And, I feel bad for Max because she really likes these guys as far as friends go.
She's a good addition. It's just...
But, yeah.
Well, Mike's knows they're not allowed to talk about the other side. He's not trying to bring any extra attention to Elle, but...
And Lucas knows that they're not allowed to talk about it either.
Right, so. And Lucas is talking to her. He wants to include her in, but they can't really tell her much about what's going on. And he tells her for her own safety, and she's like, "What? Because I'm a girl? What? No." But yeah, then you find out, is it the older brother or whatever the fuck is going on with that relationship there? Sees her talking to him, and
I don't understand that at all. I really want I want the backstory on this guy so bad.
Oh, we're getting there, but he's seems like
I don't know if we're gonna find out until like episode 8 or 9, dude.
Yeah, well, he seems
because they just show little snippets.
Well, it seems like he's one of those guys that would be wearing like the polo shirts and the tiki torches later on.
Yeah, it's like neo-Nazi with long badass
which he's got like
hair.
that douche. Well, except for like the douchebag peach fuzz mustache.
Yeah, he's got the serious mullet going on. But
yeah,
wow. I mean, don't talk to those people because they're bad. What?
It was like. Okay,
you're not really my sister, but you were kind of thrown to. What the hell is going on?
And on top, another thing to mention with Hopper is he finally gets a hold of Joyce.
Yeah.
Joyce has been calling him like all the time, and Will's trying to explain what's going on with him. He can't say it, but what he does, he starts drawing it. He starts drawing like all those tentacles that you see in the trailer.
Well, that in the trailer and in his mind, and because he doesn't know what is going on. He has no idea. And Hopper figures it out because of what Will had said, that it looks like it's traveling. And it's killing. And all of these fields are dying.
Roots.
And
vines.
And Hopper figures it out that it's a root system. It's all these roots of all the farmers going underground, and he goes to one of the farmlands and out in the middle of nowhere starts digging and digging and digging, and I'm sitting there going, Jesus, how far do you have to freaking dig for a root system?
Well, until the cutaway.
Yeah, I'm like, my God. So anyway, I mean, I don't even know how deep it was, but anyway, they get down there.
And he gets in there, and
and you can tell it's that gooey stuff, and I'm like, and I look at John, I'm like, well, that's a portal to the upside down. And of course Hopper goes in it, and that's a good idea, said nobody ever. So he gets in it, and it was the coolest scene.
Neat shot
by far. They need a shot this season by far, because they took and they flipped the camera around and made him upside down.
Yeah, which
and I'm like, brilliant.
Yeah, the show, like season 1 had like 2 cinematographers. One of them was a guy that like he regularly does like every Mr. Robot episode, and that show has like the craziest camera angles. And and I got to the end when it did like that last shot with like the nice little 180-degree turn upside down, and I was like, I want to see the credit. Yep, there he is.
And Hopper realizes what's going on because it's the upside down world, because he's been there with Joyce and trying to save Will last season. And now we're right back in it, and he knows what's going on now.
Yeah, which, it seems like we're scattered a lot in this, because there's a lot that's going on in the episode.
It's an hour episode.
It's an hour episode, and there's so many different characters and so many different stories.
And Dart has gotten much bigger now.
Yeah, that's what I was going to get into, is that Dart is bigger, and again, like I said, if you love cats, you're not going to like the end of this episode.
But we're not getting into it.
Well,
you watch it. Watch the episode.
Well, if you're watching our thing, I mean, we're going to basically cover the whole season.
And here's the thing. Poor mom is putting out the cat food, too.
And you find out...
Isn't that great?
Yeah. Oh, God. I was like... The second I saw it, I was like...
Meow, meow. Meow, meow.
I was like, oh, no, the cat's dead. And, yeah, that's when you...
Sorry, Tumblr.
Yeah, our cat, like, right behind the TV at this time. Yeah, you find out that is it Dustin was basically raising, like, a little Demogorgon. You know?
Right?
So, yeah, that's apparently how Demogorgons start, is they start out like, you know...
Pollywogs.
Like pollywogs.
Ta-da!
Yeah.
Tumblr, don't even think about it.
Yeah, our cat's behind the camera. I mean...
Anyway.
Fourth wall breaking right there.
Yeah, sorry.
But yeah, then Elle finally realizes that her mom is still alive and tries to go visit her.
Well, she's cleaning up the mess that she made from last night, and she comes across crawl space underneath the house, I guess.
Well, because Hopper said he uses it for storage. It's like all
and
his
everything.
cases, all his old stuff.
So one of them was Hawkins' lab.
So of course she's got to go through that.
And she flips through it and finds a picture of her mom, and anyway.
But yeah, a lot going on.
I think
and Nancy wants to like burn this place down. We find out why she
to the ground.
Like down to the ground.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So apparently we find out what she went to Radio Shack for. She like tape recorded them, like the entire conversation they had.
Yeah, and I knew.
Yeah.
They went to the park. The government's gonna surround them.
Mm-hmm. I love how these kids are a lot smarter than the grown-ups in this show.
Yeah, I mean, no one's gonna search your purse, really.
Yeah, no, okay. I mean it's seriously like, well, it's the government's gonna take you. We're just not gonna like search anything in you.
Okay.
Sure. Well, then again, they're not that smart. Like all the vines have like broken out from their place too. This isn't a very smart government facility. Let's say.
Anyway,
that.
It's moving on. Yeah.
But yeah, you were gonna say something, or?
No, you're right. Okay, so, yeah, so Nancy and Jonathan get captured and get taken to the lab, and Paul Reiser, gotta love him again. He basically says, "Here, let me show you what's doing all this." And
he's doing what's right for the company.
I burn the vines. I kill all the vines. Blah blah blah.
Apparently, not all of them.
Because they have found a way to explode into the city because they cannot grow in the lab. So, yeah, this will be interesting. This will be fun to see where it goes. So, on to episode 5, guys.
Yep. See you next time. Hey everyone.
Hi.
New clothes, new day, but the sad thing is, we did finish Dig Dug yesterday,
and we filmed it.
Yeah, we did film it.
Our reaction to it.
Yeah, unfortunately, our card ran out of memory, so that's on me. I should have dumped the footage while we were watching the episode, but so here we are the next day. I just got off my shift, 12-hour work day. This lovely, dedicated woman has actually downed a 5-hour energy drink and is ready to binge watch the whole thing.
I don't know about the whole thing.
Well, as much as we can get through. Maybe we can do some more tomorrow.
Yeah.
Dryer in the background, in case you hear anything in the back.
Anyway.
But, so we got to finish our thoughts on Dig Dug.
Yeah.
Which, holy shit, that's the episode that at like 2 a.m. in the morning you really regret having to adult the next day.
I love that episode.
Oh
that
my god.
Was probably by far my favorite episode of this season.
Yeah, 5 episodes in, it's my favorite. It reminds me why I love Stranger Things, which is like it just keeps building on how nuts this whole world is that it's created for itself. And yeah, we get so many new cool stories.
And the character
Character.
Oh,
yeah, it's
character development. It's really cool.
Yeah, we've had so in this episode we've had Sheriff Hopper is stuck in these tunnels trying to find a way out. The vines. Yeah, they're not letting him out, and of course a great title for a guy stuck in tunnels, Dig Dug.
Yeah.
I mean.
Well, did you notice? Did you notice that the guys that came in when Bob and Joyce saved Hopper, they were in the Dig Dug outfits?
Oh right, well yeah.
With the white. So
that's how the episode ended.
Yeah. Sorry.
It's all right.
Well, you're talking about it.
Oh right, we just jumped ahead. But yeah, no, it was.
It was a dig dug outfit.
It was a dig dug outfit.
Walking into a mine. I mean, into a tunnel.
You know, it'd be kind of funny if they just like found the Demogorgon and just started like inflating it to explode.
That would be fantastic.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. Was it Nancy and Jonathan go to that Russian conspiracy theorist guy and
because they want to burn the lab down to the ground.
Burn it down to the ground. And they try to they tell him everything. They basically fill him in on all the missing gaps, and he comes up with this idea like, in order to let this story about Barb out, you can tell them you can tell the people everything, but they won't believe it, so you got to dilute it for them. And
because everybody wants their happy bubble world.
Yeah,
Nobody wants.
You got to work.
Nobody wants the real truth.
Right.
Because if you get the real truth, it's ugly, it's bad. It'll just fuck you up completely. But you need watered down truth.
Right. People. Yeah.
Even in this life, not even TV. But
well, no,
yeah.
that's just kind of the way things are. But, and he uses the metaphor of vodka.
Yeah.
Like the shittiest vodka out there.
Oh my god, totally.
And he drinks the glass, is like too strong, and he starts like putting like club soda. It's like more. That's what it's gonna take for people to believe this. We'll say Barb was poisoned by this company's emissions or whatever. Yeah, so it's like, hey, people will believe that, then that's how you take them down. And I think probably the best part about the episode was, 11 finally gets to meet her mom.
Yeah,
like
she did.
The comatose woman we saw from season 1.
The cat,
oh, we have our cat behind the camera, and he's catting.
Anyway.
He's catting. And yeah, it's like, so she's, repeating her chant, is it 450, 3 to the left, 2 to the right, rainbow, or was it like sunflower, rainbow.
Yeah.
And what's funny is like you hear her muttering that in season 1 and it doesn't connect, but
no, it makes absolutely no freaking sense.
Right, but they just gave you this contact. Like when 11 goes into the upside down world to connect with her mom, she gets basically the story of her birth and kidnapping and what caused her mom to be in that state, and it's pretty heavy.
Yeah,
yeah, it's really good though.
Yes.
And yeah, just the way they left it up. Oh, I got to talk about probably the coolest part. So as Will is like doing his little crayons of like all the tunnels and everything.
Yeah, of all the vines, yeah.
They get Mikey from the Goonies to read a map and figure out where Hopper is.
Oh my god, that was amazing.
So yeah, so they find him. They're digging through the tunnels. They rescue him, and as they start torching the vines. Will collapses outside, yeah.
Well, the other thing, the reason they were able to find Hopper was because Will could see him.
Yeah. Will knew, like, he's right here, but he didn't know where in proximity to the tunnels.
Right.
Bob was able to translate where all the tunnels were. Yeah. So it was pretty interesting. But by the end of the episode, it made me think that what happens to the shadow creature or whatever is inside Will, if it dies, something bad is going to happen to Will.
I know, but they got to figure out how to get that out.
They do, I mean, Will's kind of going through the kind of like the dark version of E.T. where they say Elliot feels his feelings. Right. I mean, Will feels whatever this thing is, and if the thing dies, then Will dies. But I don't think this thing is gonna be as like nice as E.T. It's like, oh, I'll let you go, let you survive, my friend. No, things like, yoink and drag you down with me, fucking dead, Will. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, let's we're excited. We're up late.
Yay!
Doug made us this excited to continue on, and we are going to go full force and start the next episode.
Yep.
See you soon.
Bye.
And of course, what would an internet video be without a cat? Our little house sigil has finally decided to make his camera appearance here. Whew.
So the spy.
The spy. Well,
yeah.
What an ending!
Didn't see that coming until I was like, wait a minute.
That was one hell of a way to like tie in two stories into like one giant suspense sequence. You've got Dustin and Lucas, Max and Steve. I love Steve in this. I mean, they're all hunting the baby Demogorgon.
Well, they think it's a baby.
Yeah, well, I mean, come on, it does like the head thing.
Well, they knew that it had gotten bigger, but they didn't realize how big.
Yeah.
And they thought there was only one.
Well, but so they're trying to lure it out, and they're doing like the Jaws thing.
Steve kind of put himself out there, like, come on.
How can you not love Steve? I mean, Nancy, I know. Oh, Jonathan's the quiet rebellious type. He hasn't changed as much as Steve has over the last couple seasons, and Steve's becoming quite the badass.
Yes, but we know how he does his hair now.
Yeah. Tell anyone about that. Anyway, so, and while this is going on, you've got Will being tested by the doctor, which, another nice little surprise there, Paul Reiser doesn't turn out to be the asshole. He actually is trying to save Will. Like, when the other doctors are trying to say, oh, well, we'll just...
He's too far gone. He's going to be gone by the day.
The kid's going to be lost again. And he stands up for Will. He wants to save him.
Because basically they know it's a host...
a virus.
A virus host.
Yeah. He's telling the mom that it's a virus. So...
And it's basically taking over Will.
Right.
It's kind of taking over his brain, where he doesn't remember a lot of things. And
yeah, he forgets Sheriff Hopper, he forgets Bob, so he's basically, it seems like he's forgotten everything in like the last year. Like, it took him a while to remember Mike. But then he comes out and says, I know how to hurt him. There's this space here that he doesn't want me to see. So, using like this, oh, by the way, this massive underground tunnel that they have in this episode, the Hawkins lab guys go down there, not with flamethrowers, but with like their machine guns, and
because they want to test and everything in there.
Right.
They've known about these tunnels for, I guess, a year
for
now.
For a little while, yeah.
So.
But what's funny is, like, as this is going on, as these soldiers are going around, which Paul Reiser watching the monitors of all these soldiers.
Oh my god, that was
flashback. There's a nice little aliens nod there, except this time he's not the asshole.
And you even had the beeps of like
the little pings.
The pings of the soldiers. It was like, really? Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, the show loves its nostalgia, and that was a great little nod there. And then while Steve is out there putting himself, is like, hey, humans taste better than cow, I'm expanding the menu. It's like, you see another Demogorgon.
There's actually 2 or 3.
There's 2 or 3. There's like a herd. There's like a pack of them. Oh, so long, internet viewership.
Anyway.
But yeah, so there's like a horde of these Demogorgons out there, and like they're attacking this bus. And they seem far gone, and then all of a sudden, like, they turn their head and they just run away. And you find out that they're just, like, going right to this point that Hopper recognized. He's like, that's the graveyard that I almost got trapped in.
No, that's where he was. That's where he was.
Well, he was almost trapped, yeah, so he recognizes it, and...
He goes, that's where I was. Wait a minute.
So, yeah, like, Steve knows that they were going after something, and then you cut to Will, who's like, I'm so sorry. He's like, what? He made me do it because they hurt him. I'm like, fucking creepy Will. Like the last couple episodes. Like, maybe it's not a bad thing that Will disappears. He kind of like is like,
ouch.
He's like if the Shining kid like kept getting older and kept getting creepy.
All right. But.
Yeah, so then you find out that all those little baby Demogorgons went right to that graveyard and just like swarmed everyone.
And took out the soldiers that hurt him before.
Yeah, which not only is we have a nice little nod to aliens there, but when they arrive in fog, so we continue our little nods to John Carpenter. And then he's telling his mom, so where we've left off with episode 6, we kind of want to jump right into the next one. So we'll see you soon.
Bye.
Our internet ratings has come back. Our little house sigil.
Hi, everybody.
So we got through watching The Lost Sister, the next episode.
We get to find out who Ada is and her backstory.
Yeah. I don't know. This one didn't do a lot for me. Like it was nice to see Elle's backstory and all, but
that there is somebody like her out there.
Yeah, but the show's normally really good at like tying in everybody else's stories while still being part of the plot. This one felt like a side story almost, or like a kind of a fan fiction.
The whole thing with Elle this season has been kind of side stories.
Yeah, because she's, at least with Hopper, she's interacting with somebody that's involved with the rest of the big seasonal story that's going on.
But I think what it is with Elle, with 11, this season is she's trying to find herself.
Yeah, she is.
She's trying to see who she is and, where she belongs.
Yeah, but I don't know. It's just when she found her mom, they tied that story in.
She wants a sense of home.
Yeah.
And the only place she's ever felt at home is with her friends.
No, I do get that. They make that point in the story. It's just this one, the writing just seemed off to me because.
Yeah, I wasn't a big fan of Lost Sister.
Yeah, it's a neat concept, but literally, we go from like Hawkins, Indiana, and now we're all the way in Illinois. So it's literally
Chicago.
We just abandoned everything going on in the small town. Nothing relating to this shadow monster or anything that's going on here, and it's just nothing against Millie Bobby Brown, who she was really good in the episode. 8 was interesting. The kind of Sid and Vicious little clique there were just colorful, really. They didn't really stand out. It's the usual runaway girl gets mixed in with the wrong crowd story. I don't know. It didn't seem like much was gained or lost in it, I hate to say that from the show, because the show literally up until this point has just been really
non-stop. Wow.
Yeah, and
this one I could feel myself trying to fall asleep because I was just not that involved in it.
Right, because like you said, the season was non-stop. Like it kept a really good pace right up until
and this one goes
it just like sharp turned somewhere else, and
somebody thought, hey, let's try this.
No, okay. If we learned anything from the Fly episode of Breaking Bad, you don't do a bottle episode. Never do a bottle episode unless you're Dan Harmon. Dan Harmon knows how to make bottle episodes.
Yeah, it was drawn out, and it was long, and
it was funny.
I had to like bounce my leg in order to keep myself awake, and I'm like, even then, it was so hard.
Yeah, which is funny because like the running time on this one is not that long. It's like the shortest of what we've watched so far, and it's just to make that much of a segue.
Forever.
Yeah, to tie back into a story that just kept such momentum going.
Sorry, I'm tired.
Yeah, last season it was 8 episodes. This season it's 9. This one really could have been cut, or
so
at least
we got two more episodes left.
Yeah, we have 2 more episodes left.
Maybe we can get through it tomorrow.
We'll get through it. Hopefully my work night's not crazy late.
Or we're not starting at 1 in the morning?
Yeah, we're not starting at 1 in the morning. Because again...
I work full time.
If we got to adult, well, I'm working for the next couple weeks until the movie wraps. But, yeah, I think this one's kind of a good one to take a break from. Just to kind of get the momentum back again.
Go bed.
Yeah. Unless they tie in 8, unless 8 comes to Hawkins, that's what the heart of the story is Hawkins. Thing is,
what's 8 gonna do in Hawkins? I mean, her gift is to show people, or to like make people see things that aren't really there.
Yeah, it's.
I don't understand how she can actually help with this situation.
Yeah, what did she really bring out in L other than, hey, when you get angrier, you can use your powers stronger, which we've seen that. We've established that already. And like I said, this one was not the strongest. This is one that felt immensely detached.
Yeah, I wasn't that involved. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's just, and I hate for that to be the note that we end our night on. Not the series, but we're
on to episode 8 tomorrow.
Episode 8 and 9. Hopefully 8 and 9. Because Lord knows it's going to be like what happened last time we did a season finale with the show. It was like she had 2 hours, maybe 4 hours before she had to get up for work, and I was like, hey, the last episode's on. It's like, what is it? It's like, it's called The Upside Down. I don't care about sleep. I must watch it. So hopefully we get back to that momentum. So, bottle episode. Skip it. Watch the previously on if there is a previously on in the next episode, and hopefully we'll see you in the next episode.
Good night.
Hey everyone.
Hi.
New angle, new clothes. So again, different day. It's been about, a week for us.
Yeah.
It's been a heck of a week since Halloween. It took a while to want to get back into it. I mean, we wanted to get back into it after
it's called adulting, and,
it sucks.
8-hour days.
12. 13.
Full-time jobs, full-time baby.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
But anyway, no one wants to hear that. We just finished the Mind Flayer.
Oh my
Getting
God.
back into it, and way to make up for...
Wow, that was fucking amazing.
Yeah, that was, oh wow. The first half is them breaking out of the facility from, all the little demo dogs.
Yeah. Demon dog?
Demogorgon dogs.
Oh, yeah,
the demo dogs.
So, yeah.
Which was one hell of a sequence.
And Reiser's amazing.
Yeah, Paul Reiser. Which, ironically...
All right.
Yeah, well, I wasn't going to say that, but the two people that we thought, did they have ulterior motives with Bob and Paul Reiser's character? No.
By the way, R.I.P. Bob. Sorry.
Poor Bob. But Bob sacrificed himself.
Which you kind of knew.
Like a true 80s movie hero, so... the power was shut out. He had to go reboot the system because he was the only one that knew how to... program basic language in the computer. And what I was going to say was Paul Reiser's character... Remember how we mentioned before in Aliens... He's kind of got the reverse now, where he's like Ripley looking at all the monitors, telling everyone where to go.
And Bob was home free in that stupid mop, man.
Oh, that mop. Yeah.
Sold him out. And then, you know what? He got through the doors. You should have kept running, but...
No, it's like I said.
The smile
they had the moment. It's just the second they look, and they pause, and they smile. I'm like...
You know what's going to happen.
I'm like, oh, that's it. He's going. But yeah, great sequence, great tension. They get out. They've got Will asleep because they know Will's the spy. And then,
you got Jonathan and Nancy driving up, basically going to the lab where they think they're going to tell them, hey, we're going to take you down. And then you have...
the lab's already been taken down.
Well, yeah. And then you have the party with Steve walking through the forest because they're leaving where they were, and yeah, it's just everybody comes together in that one area, which is the lab.
Which, after the last episode, that's what we've wanted. We wanted the cast to get back together. They finally got back together. It was a lot of fun. They just play so damn well off of each other.
Yeah.
And now they are just, with the loss of Bob, which the kids have a nice moment where they say that he was the guy that founded the AV club for their school, and it really kind of like brings home what, you know, how Bob connected to everybody, and now everybody wants to kill this shadow monster, which we've now a new D&D name. We had the Demogorgon last season. Now we have the Mind Flayer this season. That's what I said. Flayer. He's essentially a nomadic evil that goes from mind to mind. The only thing that could kill him is zombies because they have no minds of their own.
It's a hive mind.
Right. Thing. So it's like if you kill him, all his
everybody else should die. Yeah.
So they do. They figure out the only way that they could get to talk to Will is to like remind him of all these like big emotional moments in his life.
Well, because they know they're not dealing with Will. They know they're dealing with whatever's inside of Will, but they know Will is still inside there. Right.
So they've got him tied up to this chair, and like the shed that we saw Will disappear in the first episode of the first season, and I gotta say I've been gripping the last couple weeks on this movie. It kind of made me happy to watch.
My God.
It was made me so happy to watch the really cast cool blacking out the setting and dressing, and I'm like, that's right, put the actors to work. We'll have them dress the whole thing. It just
Sorry,
made me
happy.
Tape's
wrong. Okay.
But yeah, it was they blacked out everything in the shed.
Because they wanted him to
be unrecognizable.
They wanted him to not know where he was so that he could. Basically, he's the one that's been leading the Demogorgons to them in the lab when they were in the lab. And Mike got it in his head and said, hey, we need to put him to sleep so they don't know where we are. So that's basically what happened. We've moved on to his house. And now he's awake and they're questioning him. Not questioning him, but basically trying to get to Will's humanity to see if Will can come out to talk to them.
And Will, since we set it up in the first couple episodes, Will started tapping on
Morse code.
He started tapping the Morse code, and he gives us the message to close gate, which we're going to find out what it is in the next episode, I guess. But another thing I want to touch on really quick is we finally get to see the parental relationship of Max's...
Bobby. His name is Bobby.
Who's?
It's Bobby.
Bobby?
Yeah.
Oh, the dad?
No, the dad is Neil, and Bobby is the mullet guy.
Okay, yeah, Bobby, yeah, okay, yeah. But yeah, we finally got to see the dynamic of that parents, and the dad's a piece of work. The dad basically... The son is... It's like the son...
Is everything the father isn't.
Well, yeah, but it seems like the daughter... Max is the new wife's daughter, and Bobby is the father's son, and the father essentially smacks him into line to try to, like, it's like, you gotta protect your daughter, you gotta do this, and it's like, you gotta be there for
your sister.
Your sister, daughter, yes. I'm so used to, like, having to say this with my own daughter. But yeah, he's basically having it like beat into him to take care of her whether he wants to or not. You know, you can't go on your date. You have to go take care of your sister.
Find your sister.
Yeah. I'm not saying
Which
that...
I'm wondering if he's the one that has a problem with, Lucas dating Max.
I don't think so. I think, like I said, this
Not
is
Bobby,
definitely...
I'm talking about the father.
That's what I meant, yeah. That's what I mean, like, Bobby doesn't, the father might. It's definitely a sins of the father relationship there, and yeah, it really paints him in kind of a tragic light, and I like this. I like that this show, when we get these kind of characters like Bobby, like who else? Paul Reiser's character, and like, did they actually name Sean Astin's character Bob?
Yeah.
So we had two Bobbies?
Well,
or two Bobs?
Yeah.
In this.
Yeah.
Two new characters, and they're both named Bob. But, like, the characters that we're introduced to, we get their personalities. Sometimes we get, like, a little suspicion, like, oh, maybe they're a mole or whatever. Maybe they have ulterior motives. But no, I like that this show grounds them in a humanity. It's kind of neat. I like that. But yeah, we're excited. We want to see where the gate is. We're going in. This is the home stretch.
Bye.
See you at the end of the last episode. Hashtag justice for Barb. Yeah, so the gate is closed. And that brings us to the finale of the season.
Kind of where we ended last season, isn't it, for the snowball?
Well, it ended in the same season, but the tone was definitely different this time. I mean, God, I guess we gotta recall everything that happened from the beginning all the way up to here, because I'm still so emotionally invested in that last scene. So we open up our cast devises a plan. They're going to be split 3 ways. You're going to have Chief Hopper and Elle going back to the facility to close the gate.
The first string team.
The first team. Our second
first
team.
String. Second string.
Is you've got Will's. You got Joyce.
Jonathan.
Nancy,
thank you.
Are going to take
Will to the cabin.
To the cabin, yeah. Basically to like do what you do with a virus. You sweat it out, and they just they're turning on like every space heater they can get. Mm-hmm. They put them right next to the oven.
Basically, they turned this cabin into a sweat lodge because they're dying of sweat too. You can see it on them.
But they tie him to the bed like it's the exorcism of Will Byers.
And Jonathan feels bad for his brother because he sees his brother going through so much pain, and at one point he can't watch, and he turns to Nancy just to hold him so that he doesn't have to look. But Joyce
is out for blood.
Joyce
is tired of...
These things killed Bob. They took her son.
Yeah, she's
done.
Had enough. Then our other team is essentially the rest of the kids.
Third string.
Mike, Dustin, Max, and Lucas are
with
all with
Steve. Because he's a pretty good babysitter.
Fucking Steve, you're awesome, man. And apparently this is when Billy... Oh my god, we forgot to talk about the first scene.
Sorry, by the way, his name's not Bobby, it's Billy. My bad. My bad.
Let's talk about the first scene where we've got a bit of Mike's mom reading the original 50 Shades mommy porn in the beginning. She's got the Harlequin romance novel in the bathtub.
Dude, everybody's mom had those in
the candles everywhere.
Come on.
It was mommy alone
My mom had a freaking closet, yay high full.
Oh, God, I don't want to hear about that.
Your mom did too.
No, she didn't.
Whatever.
But, so then Billy shows up, and Mike's mom's there in the bathroom while her husband's asleep, and he just fucking turns on the charm. It's like The Graduate if the gender roles are reversed.
On Netflix.
Yeah. And
yay.
Billy, as much of an asshole as you are, I gotta respect you for that, hitting on a woman more than twice your age. And getting somewhere. But he essentially gets the information from her as to where Will's house is, where the kids are. So they have a confrontation with Steve. Steve holds his own when they start fighting, and then basically the guy does what he does best. He cheats, breaks a plate over his head, and
kind of beats the crap out of
starts
Steve.
Beating the crap out of Steve, which I started getting a little scared there because I was wondering how they're going to thin the cast, and then fucking Max has had enough of it, so she tranquilizes him with the stuff they were giving Will, and basically threatens him with Steve's bat. And it's you were gonna leave me and my friends alone. She starts swinging it at him, and
she swung it in one particular place.
missed like this much, but
that's why. Yeah.
Yeah.
And he went.
Okay. So basically, she turned the tables on him, telling him to say it, like his dad would say to him, and it worked. By the end of the episode, when you see him again, he's pretty much leaving the sister alone, which nice little arc there, So, but what the kids decide to do, they're going to chase out all the demodogs by lighting a fire in
order for the gate to be closed. Elle has to go back into the lab and down into the pit to close the gate that she opened long time ago. In order for her to give her a clear path to do that, the third string team, which is the kids and Steve, decide, well, not Steve so much, because he said no, we're not doing this.
Steve's unconscious in the back.
The party, whatever, decided they're going into the vines and they're going to torch the center of it and to call the demodogs back.
It's basically because otherwise that gate is surrounded by them.
To give Elle an opening to shut said gate.
Which, it works. They get down there.
Uh-huh.
She shuts the gate. She uses the...
But she uses all her power to do it.
Well, essentially she did what she learned
from her
from her sister, which I'm guessing that's the only reason that episode existed, was to give Elle her...
Yeah, that was about it.
That's about it, really.
Yeah.
Oh, and to maybe give her a new look, but that's it too.
Yeah.
Still, don't like that one episode.
Moving on.
But moving on, one amongst all these wonderful episodes. The gate is shut, the demodogs are defeated. There's even a nice little moment with Dart, too. He's basically... Dart's blocking their way out, and Dustin feeds him 3 Musketeers, and he lets them pass. And as the gate's shut, and you see the demodogs falling, you see Dart just laying there next to the 3 Musketeers. It was kind of a sad little moment, too.
Oh, is that what they showed?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't realize that. Okay.
Yeah. But then the big season demon is defeated. The Thing leaves Will. Gates closed.
Yeah, Smoke Monster's out of Will now. So
yeah.
Yay.
Smoke Monster's gonna go haunt the island. And then we get kind of a happy ending. Almost.
Yeah, which is weird for Stranger Things.
Yeah,
moving on.
We've got 1 and 2 seasons here, but it was nice because we finally got, Will finally got to go to the winter ball with Elle.
No, not Will. Mike.
Mike, sorry. I'm so used to hearing Will. Mike finally got to go to the
Snowball
winter dance with Elle. Dustin got
all the guys got to, go to the Snowball and have a good time.
And it was great just watching all the friends there, seeing kind of where stuff is going. Will, this girl comes up to him and is like, "Hey, zombie boy, want to dance?" So he's kind of...
I don't know what...
And Mike just kind of pushes him in. And poor Dustin, oh my god. That kid gets my MVP this episode. I mean, he gets the hairspray that Steve told him to use. He gets really...
And he acts like he doesn't care.
Yeah,
but he does.
He's doing everything he can, and there's no one that's gonna dance with him. He's walking from girl to girl. They're just walking away from him or just rejecting him, and yeah, you feel bad for him. And then, probably one of the sweetest Nancy moments ever, if not the sweetest Nancy moment ever.
Yeah.
She sees this, will not let it stand, and just dances with him, creates that mystique for him.
Well, she's
oh, everyone thinks she's gorgeous.
Well, no, it's not that. She's a junior in high school, dancing with a freshman, and that's...
Or dancing with a middle school kid.
Yeah, and that's just wait, what's going on? Why is he cool now? Or
yeah, so...
Yeah, so...
And she gives him that...
We'll see where that goes next season.
Yeah, she gives him that reminder, girls this age, they're kind of dumb. It's just give them a few years to come around. And yeah, that may have been one of the... that was a great moment. That's why I'm just like that dance. It's like everything that happened there. Watching
Lucas got a kiss. Mike got a kiss.
Mm-hmm.
Yay!
Yep. Elle and Mike shared their first kiss.
Mm-hmm. Yay!
Again, great moment. And then Paul Reiser survives, and he gets
he creates a birth certificate for Hopper for Elle.
To legally make him.
And she is going to be known as Jane Hopper.
Yeah. So that's his daughter now.
Because her real name is Jane.
Yeah. So in about a year, he said you got to let things settle for a year, and then you'll get the new, be able to come out more and have a normal life. Yeah. So seasonal arc complete. And again, the show. What I think the show does so well is it has a way of...
Oh, wait a minute. Wait.
Are we into our teaser at the end?
No. Well, kind of, because you're sitting there going, it was a happy ending.
Well...
And then we had a little...
Our little twisty camera angle at the end to remind us what's
on the
upside
other
down
side.
is still there.
Mm-hmm.
And essentially the thing is, our little smoke monster is kind of like praying right over
hovering
over the school at the end. Which, now that I think about it, I now know what makes sense, is they were playing the song Every Breath You Take, I'll Be Watching You. So it's watching them from the upside down.
Mm.
That's, yeah. So we'll see where that goes next season. But yeah, no, what I was going to say was, like, what I think the show does so well is, like, it gives us all of these underdogs, these outcasts, these kids that are bullied in some way, shape, or form, and it gives them all this kind of catharsis and this, like, union that they bring together, and that's what the show does so well, is it just, it's the, the way I feel is I feel like it's like a call to all the outcasts, like, to just, it gives them, like, their own place that they can feel accepted.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I love this show. I mean, I thought it was a great season. One episode hiccup.
1 out of, what?
9.
9 episodes?
Okay.
Yeah, we're good.
And considering last season, too, there wasn't a single down part of last season as well. Yeah, that was well played, Stranger Things. Excited to see where the next one goes. So you've heard my final thoughts.
Next October.
What about you?
I enjoyed it. I had a great time. Yeah, I just had that one hiccup with that one episode, but it's all good. Everything else was amazing. So, but you wouldn't expect anything less from Stranger Things. So, all good.
All right, so we've made it through. We don't binge watch the way
we used to.
Well, I was gonna say the way that
normal
childless people or single people that have a chance to, to spend an entire day watching a 9-hour show, which I'd love to do sometime. Like, if we could do it, if our daughter was old enough, I'd say, hey, come on down, watch it all as a family. But
yep, not yet.
This is what we were able to do. Yeah, I hope you all had fun. I hope you all had fun listening to us, and yeah, we'll see you all next October.
Adios.